That was Mogwai with Glasgow Megasnake on Communities Live on Sheffield Live 93.2 FM. I'm Andrew Tildersley, the host, and with me in the studio are Susie Casson and Paul Casson-Yardley.
Good afternoon.
Hello.
Hello, how are you doing? And I've got you on the show because we're about to play a play that Susie has written as part of the Right Radio comedy drama storytelling strand that is coming to Communities Live, and Susie has written the play that we're about to play, and both her and Paul are in it. So how did you first get involved with Right Radio? It's probably quite a quick story.
Well, we've been in Sheffield for about a year now, and it just seems there's so much new writing going on. I've mainly from an acting background, and so is Paul, sort of theatre acting, but radio seems, like a whole new area that's so exciting because there's so much more you can do. You don't need a big budget, and you just can let your own imagination go wild, really.
Yeah, absolutely. And so what is your background then in kind of acting and writing?
I've been acting for a long, long time, and I've always written since as long as I can remember, but, life gets in the way and you get really busy. So I'm determined now to do a lot more writing.
Yeah.
And it's nice to do short things because you can just fit them into your day, It's got lots of plans, haven't we?
Yeah, have you had any other productions of your writing?
Yeah, here and there, and because we're actors, we perform quite a lot of my work as well.
Yeah.
We did something in September.
It saves on paying actors, doesn't it?
Yeah, exactly, yes, and writers.
Have Equity been in touch at all to complain?
No.
Touchwood, not yet.
Yes.
As the officers are only next door.
Uh-oh.
You may get a knock on your door.
Okay, let's whisper it quietly.
Really, yeah.
So, where have you had stuff produced in Sheffield? Or
Well, at the Riverside, they do the verbal writing.
which is now just moved to Bank Street as of the 12th.
Yeah, and
moving
that's
on the 12th.
a really good opportunity for new writing and actors. You can go along and just try things out in front of the audience. And I recently won a competition for a sitcom, an episode of a sitcom, and that was the prize was to go to Media City in Manchester, so that was really good. So I'm in the throes of trying to write a 6-part thing for radio again.
Excellent.
So that's good.
And I think you did something in Derbyshire, is that right?
Yeah, that's where I'm from originally. Yeah, we did a play, didn't we, outside, called Catharsis.
Yeah.
And it was a brilliant location in a modern stone circle. So the audience were all around us, so that was really good, wasn't it? And we were worried about the weather, but luckily it was really sunny, so it was great experience. So
And
we're
also
hoping to repeat that.
The London Theatre, did you?
Yes,
you were in there
we
writing?
did entered the New Writing Festival there, and my play went on to be developed into a full-scale performance by the Dillisky players.
Yeah.
So that was really, really strange going to see it for the first time.
And I'm guessing they often throughout the year that the players are putting on the kind of pieces you expect from an amateur dramatic company, sort of kind of well-established pieces. So that's quite. Was it quite a departure for them to take on the?
Yeah, I think it's a really brave thing to do because you've nothing to go on, have you? And the writers, directors, and actors are all drawn from the same group, and it's such a lovely little theatre as well. The Lantern. It's a really magical evening.
Yeah, for those that don't know it, it's kind of like a proper sort of 19th century theatre, but it's tiny.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
The size of a big house or something, but dinky little seats there. And I went there late once and couldn't see any seats, and somebody went, why not try the balcony? And I just sort of laughed at them, and then eventually I noticed some stairs. I was like, I'll just go up, and there's just this tiny dinky balcony.
10 seats on
it's like being in a doll's house or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a great venue. And Paul, what's your background in acting?
Originally, I trained at the Actors Centre in Manchester. Focused on acting, set design, and stage combat, fight choreography. When I finished now, one of the first roles I got was in Mel Gibson's Braveheart, where I think it was a Battle of Stirling. We were all taken over to Ireland, and everybody wanted to choose their own weapons. Everybody thinks, oh, well, that sword's good, I'll have that one. Oh, I love that big pike, we'll have that one. The guy came in and said, hey, just get what you're given, it's not a shot,
Yeah.
So I ended up with just a club. I wanted a big medieval broadsword.
I can see you carrying a club with panache, though.
So that was the first thing, and then from there I was semi-professional for a number of years, between a teaching job. And about 6 years ago I went professional. And since then I've been working in quite a few shows, adverts, not so much radio. In fact, I'm thinking about putting juggling on the radio. Apparently it was done some years ago on workers' playtime. Now there's a feat.
Absolutely,
I thought
that sounds
juggling,
like...
flower ranging, or some sort of stage combat. That's going to be my challenge, Andrew, for the future.
Yeah, I'm looking
in terms
forward
of,
to it.
Radio broadcasting.
Watch this space, Communities Live listeners.
Yes.
And so, Susie, talking of ambitions for the future, what are you thinking of doing? Have you got...
Yeah, we've got loads of ideas. Paul and I were hoping to go into film as well. We've bought a camera, haven't we? So there's no stopping us now. We just find that Sheffield's such an inspiring place to be as well. You know,
Yeah.
Paul goes to London a lot to work, but he's so busy and so dirty. We just like coming up here where it's peaceful.
There is so much in the north. I'm not going to do any advertising on the radio, but there's a certain sauce produced in Sheffield which we don't get anywhere else.
Yeah.
But since the Jessop's Hospital's closed down, the sauce doesn't taste the same as it used to. But we don't know why that is. But it's great to work back up north. There is so much talent. There's a whole scope out there undiscovered that you can tap into.
Yeah. Yeah, no, and more ambitions for the radio?
Yeah, hopefully. Yeah, I'd love to. I think it's just having the discipline of doing it as well. You know,
Yeah.
I think for a writer, it's very difficult to write in a vacuum. And if you've got a goal that you know it's actually going to be heard by someone,
Yeah.
it's so inspiring to do. And I think we're going to...
And that's the nice thing about Right Radio. Like you say, you can go anywhere on the radio. It can be set in space. You can have all manner of special effects because all you need is some sound effects that are vaguely convincing and the imagination. But zero budget, more or less.
Yes,
You just need to get people together and record them. You don't need a stage. You don't need an audience because the audience are listening in.
Yeah.
So it's a great
Hope
opportunity.
you're listening in there, audience. Hope you are.
Yeah, and I hope listeners, writers are listening in as well, because we want to hear from you at Right Radio. We want more contributions, and if you've got anything that's sat around and you've not been able to find an audience, or it's too expensive to try and stage it, not on the radio, it's not, send it to us. You can email KOOKIDOH@gmail.com. That's KOOKIDOH@gmail.com. Send over any scripts or ideas you've got. We'd love to get more people involved with Right Radio.
Perhaps even ventriloquism.
Yeah,
It's been done.
maybe. Are we? So we're about to go over to Susie's play, Thrusting Edifice, the Right Radio production. Was there anything you'd like to say about it before we play it?
Just I hope people enjoy it. We enjoyed doing it. So.
We did indeed, yes.
Yeah.
Grand. Okay, well here we go. This is
Thank you.
Thrusting Edifice by Susie Casson.
This is Right Radio.
What do they call this then?
Beg your pardon?
This painting here. So you've got a programme. What do they call it?
Oh, that one's called Daffodils in a Sunny Glade.
Are you sure?
I think so. Oh no, sorry, that's that little one next to it. This big one's called Thrusting Edifice.
Load of rubbish. What's it supposed to be?
Well, I think it's some kind of lighthouse. You know, sticking up out of a swirling sea. Or it could be a kind of tower rising up into the sky.
Load of rubbish.
Oh, I don't know. I really like it.
You must be mad. You can't even tell what it is.
No, but that's why I like it. Why should you be able to tell what it is? It can be whatever you want. Different things on different days. It's just an expression of the artist's thoughts and emotions, spilling out onto the canvas. A seething mass of what's inside, clamouring to get out.
Who's it by then?
It says in the programme it's by someone called Chris Patterson.
She needs some kind of therapy, I reckon.
Chris could be a man's name.
No. A bloke can never paint something like that.
do you know? He might. Men are generally more repressed than women when it comes to feelings. He might be full of emotions that he can only express through his painting.
No, not my cup of tea at all. I prefer photos myself.
But can't you see how wonderful it is? The artist trying to speak to us through the paint, to you and me, trying to communicate with us, touch our souls. He's saying, this is what I think about life. How about you?
Hang on. You're saying you can tell what kind of bloke painted this rubbish just by looking at it?
Yes, I can.
Go on then. What's he like then, this Chris Parkinson?
Patterson? Well, okay then. He's very passionate, like I say, enormously creative, but he's used to keeping everything bottled up inside. There's a constant turmoil within him, but also a sense of calm, deep down. You know, like the eye of a storm with everything raging around it, all his anger and frustration, because he knows what's right. But actually, he's peaceful deep inside. He wants to make the world a better place, stop war, end injustice, make things fairer. But he can't seem to find a way, so he paints a picture to show how he feels and ask if we feel the same, because if we did, then things could start to change, become fairer. He paints a picture and hangs it in a gallery to be ridiculed by people like you who just don't understand. And that's one of the bravest things I know.
And you can tell all this just from looking at that painting?
Yes.
Do you fancy a cup of tea and a cream bun?
Yes, that'd be nice.
Oh, and you know this little one? What's it called? Daffodils in a sunny glade? You need to add a touch more yellow here to highlight the flowers.
Do you think so? Perhaps. Oh, and you know this big one? What's it called? Thrusting Edifice. You need to give it a less suggestive title.
Do you think so?
Your photo's in the programme.
So's yours. Thrusting Edifice was written by Susie Casson. Paul Casson-Yardley played the man, and Susie Casson played the woman. The producer was Andrew Tildesley.